Hi, I'm performing songwriter Oscar Butler based out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this year I had a great fortune to win an award with the New Mexico Music Awards for a song that I submitted, first time I submitted, and it's in the singer-songwriter category. So I was pretty happy and stoked when that came about. But the reason I'm here is because I just posted something on Facebook, and it's pretty cool, but I decided, I want to add a video to wrap around it, to explain it and show you my feelings and my heart for this particular post that I had. And I'm going to read it first, and I'll also post it when I upload this video. But it says, "This hit me. You never really know the true impact you have on those around you. You never know how much someone needed that smile you gave them. You never know how much your kindness turned someone's entire life around. You never know how much someone needed that long hug or deep talk. So don't wait to be kind. Don't wait for someone else to be kind first. Don't wait for better circumstances or for someone to change. Just be kind, because you never know how much someone needs it." And so with that said, I want to tell you a little story that happened to me some years back. I used to live in Boston, the late 80s, early 90s. I lived in Boston and used to busk for a living. I used to play the streets and subways for a living. And one night I was out. It was I think worked through. Had played through rush hour, and it was probably pushing on 6:30. And I was in the underground at the downtown crossing station on the platform, and I was playing and singing. And at one point, this young kid came up. He looked like he was probably high school age. Came up and he just kind of sat down. And, I just played and watched him, and, people were coming and going through, and he sat there, and he probably sat there for maybe an hour, if not more. But then after, a while, he up and left, and I played a little while longer, and I packed up and went home. So, and that was it. That was pretty much it. Early 90s, around 91, packed up the family. We decided to move to Albuquerque, and so we moved out here. And when I first got to Albuquerque, maybe a couple of times this summer, for the first few summers I was here, I would travel back to Boston to play the streets and subways, mostly the streets, because during the summer it was really nice above ground. But at one point, one of my trips back there, I decided to go to an open mic. It was a listening room open mic out in one of the Boston suburbs. So I made my way out there. I was sitting in the green room. They actually had a green room for the open mic. But I was sitting in the green room, and this young guy who was going to play, he also had his instrument there. He comes up to me, and I didn't recognize him. But he comes up and he starts telling me this story about how one night, probably three or 4 years prior to when we ran into each other there, he was out and saw me playing in the downtown crossing station, and he sat down and he said he listened and he listened, and when he finished, it wasn't a long story, but when he finished it, what he told me was, when he left that night, when he came out that night before he saw me, he was on his way to commit suicide. And that was amazing. I mean, he told me that it was because he sat and listened to me and watched me that he changed his mind. And I mean, what do you do with that? So it's interesting, because the song that I wrote which is called "A Mountain You Must Climb." I just write. When I feel that I'm a prolific songwriter, and I write. And when I start writing, for the most part, I don't know where I'm going with a song. And that incident had nothing to do with the writing of this song. But when I think about this song and what I read that I will post and posted, how things in the universe just seem to work and come together. Because the chorus in this song, or the pre-chorus in this song is, if you think that it's a burden to follow in those footsteps when they didn't even know if what they had could be kept or what they found could be kept. If you want to make a difference, you must step across the line, no matter how steep it may be. That's the mountain you must climb. And so, I just think about that, and then what I read, and I'll read it again one more time before I sign off here, but you never know how you're going to affect someone. And once again, I'll read it. This hit me. You never really know the true impact you have on those around you. You never know how much someone needed that smile you gave them. You never know how much your kindness turned someone's entire life around. You never know how much someone needed that long hug or deep talk. So don't wait to be kind. Don't wait for someone else to be kind first. Don't wait for better circumstances or for someone to change. Just be kind, because you never know how much someone needs it. So that's this post. I when I thought about doing this and that incident came up in my mind, I just said, I got to share this with you. So my heart in being, I love what I do. I so love what I do. And if I never become famous, not that I'm looking to be, or just the fact that incident happened and that one person's life, one person is still walking the earth because of something that I did, just because I love to do it. That's worth it. That's absolutely worth it. So anyway, later, enjoy life, enjoy the people around you, and I'll keep pushing out my music, okay? Hope you still enjoy that too. Bye.
Who will pay the price? The cost for what we need.